Okay, a set of clippers or animal shears. This is a Welsh set. Not a cheap set, mind you, but by all accounts, a very good set. Problem is, she won't switch on anymore. Customer said it used to switch on if you had a bang, but now it's not switching on at all. Trying to go. There we go. That's a switch problem. In all fairness, they're a decent looking set of shears actually. Quite well made. Nice wee feature there in the battery. Lever to keep them locked on. Four amp hour 12-volt batteries. About an hour run time out of each of them there. It's about 3 hours of work you're getting out of them. From all accounts, this is actually a decent wee set. Plenty of power out of them. Only let down is the run time of the battery, but that's to be expected if it's a more powerful set. You can do the wee tidy up as well. Bit of shite on them. Get on to it, see what the problem is. Now, they're all built roughly the same, these shears. A cotton head on a motor body. Head's fine. Problems on the body and the motor. Same setup as most DC tube motor, but in fairness that's quite a bit bigger. Seems to be working fine now. There's a wee tiny micro switch on it, and a battery connector onto a DC motor. There's not much on here for the motor side of it, but she's a decent sized motor. I just give that body a quick clean out now that we have it. Clean it down. Motor's working. Yeah, there we go. Very stuff. That's why she's not starting up. She can't get the motor initially started. It's just too stuff. It's needing too much power to start it up. But once you do give a kick and get going, she'll keep running. Yeah. Right, clean down this head. Something just sticking. Something's making it very rough. Clean it down. Wash it out, re-grease it, put it back together. See if that fixes it. Maybe just something underneath there. Obvious damage. wee nick early. We'll give it a rub on some wet and dry on top of a piece of glass. We'll make sure that's sharp and smooth. One's broken as well. It shouldn't matter. It's not done that much work. Normally these things are crammed full. It's not so bad. Clean this out. Right, that's them washed down, cleaned up. The actual blade sharpened up a wee bit as well. You can see the bit of damage there. We nick out of it. You can see they had a high spot here. So these aren't actually, helps when these are sharp, but sharpness isn't always essential. These have to be flat. These are working like scissors. So the flatter and tighter the tolerance between, the better they cut, because they shear through the hairs. If there's anything catching, if there's a wee high spot or anything like that there, these aren't going to be sitting perfectly flat. There'll be a gap underneath for the hairs to roll under. It'll start pulling instead of cutting. Now, rebuild it. Not much to that. Not difficult to rebuild anyway. Simple as that. It's amazing how little there actually is in these things. That's her. One set of Welsh clippers up and running again. Just a wee bit of damage to the blades. A quick clean down and she's good to go. They're using a set of shears and they're not switching on like that. You have to remember they're only a 12-volt battery. If you were tightening the actual cutting head, there's too much strain on the motor, too much draw, they won't actually start up, or they won't cut for very long. If you're running through the batteries very easily, batteries aren't lasting at all because the motor's sucking out too much power too quick, because there's too much pressure put down here, far too much friction generated on the cutting head. If you're having to put down extra pressure to get it to cut, sharpen up your blades. Best way to get it cutting. Blades aren't sharp enough, you're going to end up over tightening this here to get it to cut the hairs better. But if you're doing that, you're going to be using too much power to your battery, going to be straight in the motor. Better to keep the head nice and sharp instead. Plus, if you get any damage like this, anything worse than a broken tooth, especially if these get bent at all, replace the actual combs. That's her, one Welsh set, up and running again. Decent set they are actually. That's it.